Alright, let's start with the weekly shows discovery. It's actually, already Wednesday, but I haven't played the maps yet. Before we start, we will check out the records from the previous week where there was actually also something to win. I didn't really look at what you could win, but Tricky got first ahead of Boltzy and Zid. And I was also hunting 2 maps early on. But towards the weekend I didn't find time anymore to hunt further, and because the other 3 maps are having such bad positions, it was not enough for top 100, even though I'm 15th on this map and also well in the top 100 on this map. I thought with such low positions you would still be top 100, but apparently not in this case. And yeah, I was driving this map here in the last 5 minutes of the hunt and tried to improve, and there was one chance and then I would have been top 100, but I failed, of course, on my best start. I failed the finish. Yeah, Boltzy has the record on this, and basically what you wanted to do, obviously, keep the grip nicely, and ooh, he's going way more extreme than everyone else, but he manages to keep the grip here, and ooh, he even manages to get that. That's crazy. Oh, that's a snipe of the year, guys. Holy moly, with this different line he is doing the snipe of the year. Not gonna lie. Like, being so extreme, and that allows him to keep grip and to go to the left. And this extra speed was enough to overtake everyone else. That's actually cool. Now let's have a look at the second place by Rixo. He's going way more inside, also hits this perfectly, but he cannot keep the grip completely and has to drive it like this. And yeah, it's crazy that this was not enough, that this got sniped. Crazy. That's actually cool. This map here I had a good record, and the question was, will there be a sub? And we do have the sub. I mean, obviously players are trying hard to get that, and to be honest, I think that I also have it in me. I could have gotten that sub if I full hunted that, because this map here is just a map that suits me pretty well, I would say. But let's have a look how Tricky is playing it. A very small slide also here, waiting for the gear, then small slide, and gets also the last turn, gets good exit speed and finishes. Yeah, basically 3 drifts. The first one was also possible to do no slide, so I was a bit interested to see how he does it. He actually just gets it, like he doesn't even do neo slide inputs, he just steers to the right and presses the brake. And it was actually working to get a slide like that. I had also starts where I was ahead of my PB. The biggest issue on this map was here. You need to wait for the gear to shift, and then after the gear shifts you can actually press the brake button. Then you have to still get a good line through this. And he's already quite ahead. The last turn here you need to be aggressive. You see, I'm very aggressive actually in my PB here. For this moment equal, but he of course came from further outside and can release the brake earlier, gets a bit more exit speed. He's even not that close. I thought that records would even be closer to the wall. And then he has just a bit more exit speed than my PB again, and good run. The third map is now of course also interesting, but I think that the line that I saw will stay the fastest, but let's see. Yeah, probably. And Tricky also here. Tricky won the week, and he won it by having world record on exactly those 2 maps that I would have hunted as well. That I did hunt already, but I stopped then and didn't play them again. But if I was hunting for the overall victory, he would be my main opponent, because I would have exactly hunted those 2 maps as well. So yeah, just to show you my line, it goes here to the left, you take the bumper here, you take a bumper here, and then the main thing is that you find the correct angle and speed to go into this bumper, to land here and directly finish. And let's have a look how the others are doing it. Yeah, low jump here, much more direct to the bumper. Look at this. He's going super direct, but gets it. Yeah, this is what you would actually try then if your hunt is further and further. You would try to get more and more direct. Also he is doing it mega extreme, you can say, and Volzi as well. Those two, of course, hunting for the record. Volzi only got 5th while Tricky got 1st. That's interesting. Where are the others? Also the others are definitely much further outside. Yeah, and then it's all about having the correct speed. Like he lands mega early here, like as early as you can. And the others are actually closer to the bumper, so they catch up to him. But he has now the best angle into the finish. He finishes as far right as possible, while the others touch the bumper and are not as angled on it already, so they jump a bit further outside, and Tricky is sniping in the inside. Also he snipes because he's further down, because as he lands further left, he goes onto the bumper with more speed, and more speed means that you jump more forwards and not so high. And this is how he snipes the others. But let's have a look at the second place as well, because he has a slightly different setup. So here he jumps also very far to that direction, but then he goes here. He has a very, very good release timing in that jump. Yeah. Also, there is still more possible, probably even. Next map. What can you do? This is a 14.9. Is there a trickster? And how does the trickster look like? So speed slide here, full speed map, and then you jump out on the side, and oh my god. He seems to be the only one to do that. Let's have a look at the second place. Because Twin Towers wouldn't have won. Lovesaw gets an amazing jump here and is in the lead, but he gets sniped by Twin Towers. Like we have, this is the week of snipes, literally. Crazy. I didn't see a comparison on the second map, not to the others. But yeah, the first one is already such a trickster, but the second, also the last one is crazy. This is crazy here. Just at the edge he's doing that, then misses this ring and gets a speed boost and snipes it. That's sick. Holy moly. Alright, and then the last map as well. The question is just what kind of yeet will we see now? Record is at 12.4. Volzi also up here in 3rd place. So he really tried hard. Looks nice. Yep, also this was also to be expected. That you want to go very inside here and use the banking of the tire to yeah, stick, because with the reactor you are always getting too much acceleration and fly out the corner. You have to use this banking, but the banking is very random with the exit, like when you get out of this. But apparently they figured out a way that works quite often, because they all do the exact same. So you basically go very, very low and then you get your tires stuck there. Only its Cam and Loser Soul are doing it differently. They are further up, but also that what they do, it's completely random. When exactly the car will actually go over the edge. And now these three that were further down, they will all do the barrel wall, while Loser Soul is actually just going out there. And its Cam is the only one that goes out earlier and touches that gate. But it doesn't matter with the gate, because nobody loses it. And Zid is actually last. But has a great angle, as you can see it. He has a mega good angle into the second one. Loser Soul is taking the same line that he took in the first turn. But also there, I tried it. The exit is super random. And Zid is actually just driving a normal corner, you can say. And Loser Soul actually comes out at the right moment. And now it's only about who gets the best zoop. And Zid is lower than Milan, and he is much lower than Loser Soul. That's also the reason why Loser Soul is even dropping to 5th. He's too high here and doesn't get such a big soup. And he's also too tilted. You want to be pretty flat. And otherwise, this map also sucked with this bounce here. Because often my nose went far up. Like Milan has that a little bit. I often didn't even make it into the finish. I often overjumped. Because my nose went up, I couldn't really change that. But yeah. Interesting week. Now let's have a look at week 67. Oh god. Oh god, how many people made a joke about that? Alright, that is the week then. And we start on map 1. Good first try, 15,000. Oh shit, I got that again. Not sure yet, some parts. It's all about keeping grip, it's not my strength. I will also hunt the maps, not just discover. We will check out some of the clips. So is this just a faster finish? Probably. Definitely the easier finish, I can say. Cheat Bandit is first. Does he stream again? Maybe we even have a clip of him getting that time. Wolzi's again in third, interesting. Yeah, that's also what I kind of try. At least I switch into a no slide. But from the very get-go, that's tough. It would only work if I actually take... Yeah, so if I take the downhill like this. Keeping grip here is still difficult. Also getting now the angles everywhere right, it's tough. I had to release the make. Oh yeah. It's interesting, even such a weird start is giving me more speed now. Does that work? In a way that it's smooth enough that it's also fast enough. It's not good enough, I think. I think you really want to... It's just a tiny bit. Now I have a lot more speed, but yeah, keeping that through, that speed, and still making the turns, that's tough. That's super difficult. Ah, scheiße. That's not nice. Okay, that was a decent line now. But I had a gear issue in that nose slide. So I need to, for that gear issue, I even need to open my steering for a moment. As it gets worse and worse. Okay, now. Now actually you can go very direct and keep the grip. No slide. I had a small slide, let's jump. Could that even be a thing to jump? I don't think so, but... You would spare. So if I have a bad line, then I will try to jump once. I spare steering a lot on that dirt to keep the grip. Would be interesting. Ah, but where to go? Yeah, no, we lose too much. Hmm. It's difficult to get good starts, and then when you have one... Since I have only a few times good starts, I cannot really learn the ending and what you have to do there. Yeah, I also think that it would be easy when you know the line, so it makes sense to just check it out soon. Because this is a now discovery where maybe not immediately when I load into the map, but then after a small time you can of course tell me the tricks. And I will also now in this discovery check out clips. So if I can already search one good clip, so that I don't need to search myself, that would be even helpful. Also probably you can find on Shield Bandit's stream the clip of his world record, maybe. For like 2-3 minutes I will still try myself. Also, my issue is not necessarily the nose slide. My issue is keeping the grip afterwards. Because that becomes so incredibly tight with that speed. But I went over the penalty and it's super inside, what the heck? Like everywhere you need to be extremely early. And to have good lines towards the end, you need to risk this with keeping the grip. If you... no? Okay, let's have a look. If you don't risk it... So guys, you can also watch it. Let's have a look. Yeah, also he's going fully for the line. I have the feeling that he even gets a gear slowdown in the start. Also he goes for the nose slide, but then he gets a slowdown from the gear, I feel like. But he just takes that slowdown because then he can get this amazing angle. And I was never getting that far to the right because I tried to keep the speed. Yeah, but then it just got very difficult to stay inside here so that you can keep grip there, can get early to the left there. Like it's all connected. Everything is connected on that track. And if you try to keep the speed at the start, what I tried now, then you will just not make the first of these parts and then also not the second, not the third. I lost the gear and I didn't get it back early enough. Ah, okay, 2-3-3. Already big improvement. Yeah, he was definitely going for the speed loss from the gear. Definitely. Interesting though. But this is then a world record line. But why is it sometimes immediately sliding? Ah. Still tough to survive that. Also blind there, the inside edge. Because there is this weird bush. Oh my god, I don't know. It's sometimes just starts immediately with this slide. Also especially when I try to stay inside. Oh, getting all of that. Ugh. That's tough. I guess I have to also get rid of the ghost now. Let's go. Because the ghost is a bit in the way here. By the way, I said yesterday that I will watch a movie. And I actually did watch a movie on Sky, which, yeah, as I said, Sky is interesting because there are often movies that are still quite new, that were in the cinema not too long ago at least. I watched Last Breath. Something that apparently happened in reality as well. And then put into a movie. It was quite interesting. No. Think not. But I watched a bunch of movies that start with the and then another word. There was a time last year where I gathered an amount of movies that my father and myself would maybe both enjoy, so that we can watch it together. And I had 5 movies in the list, and every single movie started with the and then something. There was like The Accountant, The Equalizer, and some more. The Commuter or something. It was quite funny. It's a Open Planet plugin, yeah. I think Modless Skits, was it that one? I believe it's Modless Skits. Yeah, it's of course on such a map very helpful. As I would like top 100, but it seems to be quite difficult to make the last step. I mean, my PB did lose some time towards the finish. People will of course be rather close. I forgot the time that we saw in the world record, like what time he had. Maybe you can check that again. I have a 69. It's of course also nice. Now we are already half an hour in, not into this map. I of course also invested some time in checking the other maps. But it's time to soon go to the next track though. But I would love to have one PP beforehand. Oh yeah, the no side here is tough. Sometimes the no side is just there. Ah, close. 15,000. Ah. Yeah. That's crazy. 2/10. Ah, too much. That had a chance. But that's steering to the left. I can tell you that's the difficult part here. Nine. Oh shit, I had it. Damn. That was a throw. It started so well. But yeah, this part here is also quite tricky. It's not just the start. Avoiding the airtime there and still getting to the left to have then a smooth jump. Not easy. But if I had gotten that through, I would have had the top time. Apparently I hit something that you cannot see. Not good. Nine! Oh come, there's also something to hit? Ah, damn. It was now a line that I was happy with in the start. Of course, you want to be as inside as possible in this left turn, so that the next part becomes as easy as possible to hit. Ah, but you can hit something. Hello, Luki. want this improvement because I know it's there. It's possible. I'm very close to it. Let's go. Oh, touched. That was a really good nose slide though. Like a very good downhill and a very good... Like the fact that I had the nose slide and was to inside shows like what potential that had. Sometimes it's like peeking is then gone again for that nose slide. Shit. Oh, barely I jumped. Barely. That was not great, that start. Huh? There we go. And from a .69 flat, I improved to 69th place. Amazing. Okay, second map. In a new vista. Since these vistas are used so often now by Nadeo, that also means that we have less old car, right? Because we cannot get the old cars in the vistas. On that note, however, it actually is possible to get them, because there was this desert map lately, and that desert map was in the valley thing. Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was that could you do that from the start? Because I heard before the update came, I heard it wouldn't be possible, but then it actually was possible. Yeah, also I got confused with that. There's no clip from Shield Bandit, he's 5th here. Hello Polly, how are we doing? You are okayish. Cups could have been a little bit better today, but were also not a disaster. Was okay. I was actually doing a little bit of TM Awards work earlier with going into VODs from other streamers and clipping stuff that I noted down. So are there any cuts? Let me check. Because I haven't really looked at it yet, but you can of course also skip the start and go directly to the checkpoint. Not sure if you can do that in a way that it's faster. Probably not, but I have to try it once. Here's then nothing possible, I would say. Yeah, okay, maybe it is better. Yeah, it is better. Okay, how do we do this the best though? Backwards and forwards or turning around? I need the ghost again. Because if I would turn around into this direction, I have a really shit angle, so this cannot work. And if I turn around like this, I have no more speed, but I cannot really use it, so I don't think that's it. I have to go like this. And of course an overball would be amazing. Oh my god, my car even did something. It almost did overball. Wait. Also, the overball only dies because I hit the snow. But if I was earlier, I wonder if someone is able to do that. Corny has the record here. That could be a hint. Like when I'm behind, I could try that. Starting forwards. Getting slow down there as well. And again. What position did I get? Okay. It was a pretty good first try with that card, not gonna lie. But I can definitely gain time. I'm just always getting slowdowns here. The question is, how can you do this? Maybe like that. It's not really much faster. Ah, behind that last, yeah. Okay. But this is the way. Really weird to drive with that snow. There are speed tech maps with more speed, no? Yeah, this is cooler to get into the drift. Here in that low speed feels weird and tight hairpins. No. Decent improvement. That's map 3 then, right? Or is that map 2? Okay. Also, so he got top 3 there, or what? Yeah, 0.35 it is, okay. But it is pretty much exactly what I expected. Was still not easy to get that through. My start was good in the other run. Oh, finally we have a cut cup map. Nice. I have to fuck that up now, or get the perfect ending actually. Wow. I'm afraid when I have a good run that the ending will not work. I want to get exactly my PB run, but with that one turn, very nice. And it's gonna be good time already. Ach, equal. Toll. it's too far. When you lose the gear, it's not good. Okay, interesting. But I can definitely get easily top 100 here if I get a run through. Holy moly. And I tell you, Corny does the overall. Because it's Corny. It's like... When he's in first, you always expect things. But I know there was also one Desert World record on a weekly shot map where he had first place. Where you thought he surely did something strange, and then it was just a normal record from him with Desert Car, which was super confusing. I mean, it was a Desert Reactor map, so it was not a standard map, but it had Reactor. So, and Cody was first, so you expected that he did something with the Reactor, but he didn't. It was actually just Cody being first, normal. That was a very surprising one. Oh, damn it. It was angling too much. Okay, let's try without Ghost. That's so stupid. I was so far in front, I touched the wall. I lost a full 10th in the last turn. Ach Mensch. also a good start. Okay. Is he now third? Probably yes, right? Because nobody else was really close. Even though it's really strange with a discussion with Bluff. Because when you say, yeah, Schmanuel finished first, then the statement itself is just not true. But well. Like overall, that is still a crazy achievement by Bleft, and I don't know how much earlier than Schmanuel he managed to finish. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me, maybe you followed that. Because on the weekend I was of course also having my own stuff. That didn't really see everything. But Bleft finished it very early. So from just the performance point of view, it's pretty sick. If he didn't practice maps, but yeah, nobody else is doing, you never know. But it was all legit. From the driving, that's crazy. Holy moly. Moriat out of nowhere with 5 gifted subs, thanks a lot. And it will also update actually on the bottom left. Because I have the program open, do I? Yeah, I have. Thanks a lot, Moriat. So can I please get a run for you now? I mean, my PB one was really nice. Sad that this didn't get through. Like, look, I'm 800 sparing, that looked really stupid. Ah, damn. It's too low. Also, the start must have been crazy good in my run. Shit, that was a good attempt here. Oh man, no, I got an even worse last corner, no. Zenki with a prime sub as well. Thanks a lot. Why did that still not update in the bottom left? Wait a moment. That should do it. Ah, yeah, but I had to press something, or does it always take that long? Usually that should be automatic. Strange. Mm, 800s. Oh, that start is annoying with that slowdown. Not gonna lie. That's good. I'm getting worse finishes always when I'm close or ahead. That's crazy. Shit. How is the finish always good when I'm far behind and always bad when I'm good? Interesting idea when they bottled it. I haven't played map 3 yet, but we will soon be there. Let me just finish this PP here. "29th. Let me just finish this PB, he said. Yeah. By the way, someone of you should clip that with that saying and call the clip, name the clip like, let me just finish this PP or whatever I said. Such clips are funny. Alright, here is map 3. Let's go. Where's the finish? Achso. Ah, the finish is in every color. No thanks, thank you. Yeah, so the question is, where's the best way? Finally we have a map like this. However, I have to say that in the cut cup I always disliked the maps that have actually linked checkpoints. I was not really a fan of that. It surprises me also, is there not a second red one, or is the red one hidden? Ah yeah, it's hidden, okay. I would not be surprised if this hidden one is part of the fastest route. There are actually 3 blue ones, that's also very confusing. Am I missing something else? Why is blue then more? Ah, there, yeah, okay, there's also a third red one, okay. Okay, there's also a purple one down there. Also everyone has 3. Now the question is, where's the next yellow one? Here. Yeah, okay. So, wow, that makes it even more difficult. The new bug was found. It's not a spoiler, it is useful for hunting solo. Interesting. Maybe it has to do with that linked stuff. Or that you are not finishing, maybe. Because you put the finish into the last checkpoint. Does it, can it happen that the finish is not registering because you just got the last CP as well? Alright, yeah, what could we do the best on this track? You can skip 1 CP and finish by only taking 3 CPs. Interesting. Okay, also, where would I go? What is if I start with yellow at the bottom? Then purple. But the red one is on this road. I mean, it would still work, but it's not so nice to get to that red one. Where was the third red one? It was there. I know, wait, I didn't take red, yeah, indeed. Also, that would be the issue here. Because the blue ones are there. I'm not really liking that idea too much. So it would be basically go onto this and then finish there, but I don't really like it too much, but I can do it for the start. Not good, because yeah, position tells you that it's not good. Next idea. Let's start still with yellow, and we don't go to purple, because purple is quite annoying here. Like, there is not really a very good way to continue no, not really, unless, because you need blue, and this is the only decent blue. This blue is behind you, so it makes really no sense. And yeah, red is also not close by, so it's not great. So what if I go from yellow to this purple? Because now we have, of course, also red next to us. And the thing is that blue is far. Blue is far from here, that's annoying. But you can, of course, always go to that blue and turn around. And then you go to that purple. That would be interesting, if you find a good way to turn around here. And you can also use this, that it's unsmooth. And that's so much better with it. It is already position 3400. Was a pretty decent first try. Now I don't know many people, if this is the fastest solution, then of course it's very hunted. That's for sure. Is it even better to drive it like that? So do I maybe want to take the turn and not turn around in the CP? Oof. Also my first approach with turning around at the top, like doing this turn, was definitely my best approach. That's close. That's fucking close. Oh, I cannot really decide what's better. Yeah, but I keep it like that at first. I think that's the best thing that you can do. The other only option is that, yeah, you go to blue. Yeah, that's the best I think that you can do when you start with yellow. So the next idea is, of course, you start with this red one. And where do you go now? Because you have the option, of course, what I did first try, but it's very unsmooth to go into this direction. But yeah, I don't really like it so much. This blue is really bad. The next idea would be that you, of course, take just this turn, but what comes after purple here? Because like there's just another red one that doesn't really help. You can also go into this purple, and then the old line kind of that I had. Just that I have to finish then in this yellow. That doesn't really look great either, to be honest. Don't really like it too much. There's also the chance to... no, I generally don't really like it. Don't really see something that makes me think, yeah, that's fast. Compared to what I just found. Okay, now next idea. If I don't start there, where could I still start? There's this yellow one. No, that is where I was already. Okay, there is, of course, a possibility to go to the right here. Either up. That's one option. Also you could go through here, here, here. But how do I get to that red one? Oh. That's annoying. The red one there is now up. That sucks. But you could do similar things. Where were the yellow ones? Yeah. I mean, it is a very similar thing to what I have. A very similar approach. I just take a different yellow, but then I do the same. No, that's not good. The problem is really the... Can I even use the red one far back in a nice way? And can I ever use this blue one and it makes sense? Because no other checkpoint is really close to this blue one. Like you would need to come from from here, of course. Also if you have like a combination of yellow, purple, blue, yeah. The question is, what is then the red one? Like the red one would need to be, yeah, this one, but it's shit. Like, it's not great. Like, I can do this, but I don't think that's ever good. You have a very long straight like this, and then you would go like this, but that's bad. So you can't really say the blue ones are all far on the side. That's for sure. This makes no sense. What is if I continue here? Is it ever good? Yeah, I end up here. Could do basically the same thing that I just did. Just with this red one. Which is much closer, of course, so a lot better. But I don't think that this is enough. I don't like that part. Don't think that it's good. .5 behind. This also I can of course improve the turn by a lot, but it's 1.5. 1.5 is too much to make this being better, even if I hit this well. This will be already closer, but 1.2, yeah. This is not good enough. Also if I start here with red, I mean it is very logical to take this yellow one, because why not? But it's still not good enough, I would say. Another option is you start down here with this purple one. Or the other way around? No, it makes no sense. Start with a purple one, go into this direction. The problem is that this blue one is next to another blue one and another purple one. So it really makes not much sense. The only way is then you take the yellow one there, but then you don't have red still. Like here you have either red or yellow, and this whole section here is completely like one-sided, like only blue and purple. And then you always have to get the other of these two. And yeah, I mean, it would be interesting if you just start with red and then drop somehow to yellow and then you do a blue and purple, but I don't think that this is good enough. Like, it feels very slow at least. But it's a short distance route, that's for sure. It's a very short distance route. Yeah, this is 3.5 because it's like not really that great, you can say. Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, but I can of course also, instead of taking yellow, I can take red. Then I have this very unsmooth jump here. Then I take this purple and I finish in this yellow. But this is also not good. I also expected that. So, what else can we do? We can go into this yellow one. Just straight into this yellow one. Then there are two options. You can go to the left towards the blue one. But I don't know if I like that because red will be an issue. Or you go to this purple one, from the purple one to this blue one, from the blue one to red. Yeah, also basically a circle. Has a chance, it's a very simple way actually, wow. It's very simple. I mean, earlier I was asking, can I ever take that blue one, and I showed exactly these three. I was not really thinking to start with them at that moment, because it's like a long way to the first CP. But who knows, maybe I can actually improve my time. That was a gear issue. Tight, but I think that the other way has more time to gain if you get a perfect bug slide, so most likely the other way is better, I guess. Okay, I guess at this point I will read the chat now. $8.309. Okay, I will watch both then. Okay, this is 11.704, also it's basically what I found early on. Oh, okay. Bug of the year. Ja. Auf meine Agenda einfach Big Letter. And you have that position. Okay, which server do I have to join? Oh god, I see a lot of chili. Oh, that one, I see that one, I didn't even know where my cursor is. Okay. Weekly Shorts room, I guess. Oh yeah. That's so strange, oh my god. Look how many people did that. Oh my god. What's it? I actually have to train that. I actually have to train this line here because this section here is very strange to drive. Not easy. The waiting phase is so annoying. Damn it. It's a very difficult way to hit. Also I had never had the chance to find it myself like that. Oh, this is annoying, like then it always takes so long to get an attempt. Oh my god. Oh. This is also really ugly to drive. This. Damn it. What would I have driven? It's very tough to hit this perfectly. Here we go. That's a point 42, 8.42. That would have been nice, I think. Oh my god. I mean, it's really ugly. I don't know. This, like, you have everything in this one small right turn. You have so many issues. There is the gear. I am actually releasing. Are you also releasing, Lars Andreas? Are you releasing in this right turn to not have the gear? Not on your PP. So I drive like this. No, you see that? And you hear that especially. It is behind. And then you have the bumps everywhere. Oh no, now I actually, when I come from far there, I maybe don't need to. Maybe I don't need to release. Ah, yeah, okay. In this case now I didn't really need to drift. I had the line to not do it. I think that I keep 157 as a record. It's a bit annoying to hunt, not gonna lie. Alright, that's where am I? I wanted to go weekly tracks. Alright, so next. Funny thing is, I saw that Granati uploaded the YouTube video Best Weekly Shorts Week Ever of 2026 or something at least. Yeah, little did he know, of course, when he played them. I saw the other finish. This is how I would do it in ULC. I see the risky finish, or I see the faster finish, even if it's not risky, but I just don't go there. Maybe you don't want to go super inside? Oh, yeah, you just have to adjust your steering a lot. Already little steering, you get an you get an automatic speed slide, which is an overslide in this last turn, and like you need to be very gentle with the steering to not get a slide or to get a speed slide but not oversliding. Very weird. Or do you want to keep it? I'm not sure. Oh, almost overtake. I'm not completely sure if you might want to keep it. Probably yes. Probably yes. The question is, can you get a nice line with it as well? Ahead of Gwen. From here on, it's gonna be... thank you. Actually, I could have continued that. I still didn't really get a good exit out of this first place. It's all about this exit that I'm not really getting that clean yet. I have to also get rid of the ghost because the skid marks of the ghost are quite annoying. Always close, but never enough. Same as Narlak's for Cup of the Day win. Again. That's why I'm unsure if I really want to keep the speed slide through it. But also stop here and then shortly no slide and then start again. Ah shit. It was plus 12, but I of course went very late into that CP and would have had a nice line, a nice angle and good speed as well towards the finish, but if I would gain the full 1200, I don't know. I'm just getting so far outside when I keep that slide through. Okay, this is a PB at least. Ahead of Yadrova. Oh! Okay, I didn't see that coming, that I gain a whole 10th there. Nice. That's almost top 100. Pretty much could also just take that. Yeah, the ending was fast. So I had a line that allowed me to be fast there. Let's give it 3 more minutes. That only lost 300 because I went wider before. But due to that white line, was also not ahead. It's very easy to be ahead if you go more inside. Even that actually didn't make it, but then I have of course no line and no speed. So ideally, I want to get a speed slide at the exit of this first grass, which is perfectly like I hold it and I perfectly go into this downhill. This is basically the idea, but very difficult to achieve. I caught up in the end, but that's also not a surprise. All the time was still bad. Also this last attempt had potential, especially this very right last corner. That cost me quite a lot, but it was still somewhat okay. No. This had also potential. Let's go next. LOL map. Oh, I see react immediately. But rally car. And Maclet. And camera. It's hard to say if you drive up or down. Probably it doesn't even require a lot of steering when you have the right line. Oh, it was even ahead, even though I touched. Yeah, this was basically perfect. But it's only 1900. I mean, it's basically one corner, and the rest is pretty straightforward, right? No, basically perfect as that, and then I immediately improve it. I don't think that it has to do with the reactor. I don't know if you can really do any tricks with reactor here. It is just about how much do you steer. It's a no slide corner here in the start that you have to hit. Not sure if there's a good action key for that. And then the rest is literally just knowing the line, and if you have the right line, you barely have to correct, you barely have to steer. But this, for example, bomb. But this is very straightforward, so I guess that people will be super close together here. It actually doesn't even feel that loyal. It's of course a combination of several things here that you have, so it fits into loyal, but it feels to me at the moment as if this is just one no slide corner that you have to hit no slide. And afterwards you just try to drive as straight as possible with no steering through all these tilted parts. And then everyone ends up at the same. Okay, I don't know which rock. No. Ach, this rock. Ooh. But for that rock I have the feeling I need to steer. No, it's not doing something. Also, not really. It's a bit, feels a bit bumpy, but I think it's more like a visual thing mainly. Yeah, it's magnet, but isn't the rest also magnet? Or is only that actually magnet? Because here it's also magnet, but it doesn't have the stripes. But it's a certain part, like in Lagoon, in Trackmania 2 Lagoon, the roller coaster blocks, there were some blue ones. And exactly those that were blue in the roller coaster have here the stripes, exactly those kind of blocks. The blue ones were the strong magnet, kind of. Maybe it has to do with that as well. Maybe it's actually stronger magnet, I don't know. Let me actually switch over to my other gamepad. For that first turn. Look, first try with the other gamepad. Ah, too bad. Ah, here's something happening. Because this didn't look as if I touched something, but I got the slowdown. Okay, there's something happening. Yeah. Post office, well, let's go. Whatever feels good. No. Unlucky. Ah. You still would need to steer a bit at least. Very slightly, oh my god. The ending was good, yeah. Okay, I figured something out maybe. I went over that stone at least. Ah, shit. That was a good start. 300s behind only. Damn it. $200s only, and I had a touch earlier. I wasn't sure if it's bad or good. No, good definitely not. I was just not sure if it cost me really something or not. Ah. Cannot be good, right? Yeah. I want to go far right here, rather right. And no sliders left. Ah, I was just barely missing it. Feels slow from the start. There's this one soup, it seemed like, when I had cars on, that I sometimes get and sometimes not. In the first checkpoint. Now I got it. $4,000. There was a lot good. One thing was not good. Like, this is the difficult part. Only one line seems to work well there. Otherwise you always have to steer too much. Ah. This is annoying. Also when you're a little bit on the right side, the car's just getting dragged to the wall and nothing you can do unless you completely oversteer and lose every speed. Just tough to get into the middle. You want to be in the middle at one moment. Now, PB at 1200s. Okay. That one I knew early on that it will be PB. Still close, interesting. Yeah, there for example I had to oversteer. And that's because the reason for being 800s behind. Yeah, you need to play this map a bit and then you know what the blocks are doing to your car and where you want to position yourself. The ideal case is still that you have to do only minimum steering. So basically you want to go as much PF as possible. You just have to figure out where you have to be to do a PF. Because these tilted blocks, they are moving your car automatically a bit. And I know now where I want to drive, 4000 pp here. And without the rock though, maybe I lost some time. I think the rock is a viable strat here. It is literally one turn. And then PF. But that PF is not so simple to reach. It's a nice turn. Ah! 200s were missing. Interestingly, my plugin only shows me in the finish the gap, not in the checkpoints. I drive into the finish and then I know. Boom. 300 and I had to oversteer the ending. Huh? But then I got at least some zoop from the rock. No. $600. Why? I was, yeah, so the first 5 maps were just, so the weekends were bad for me. Either I was working or I was on holidays and only would have had my laptop. And the one time that I had free was first of all the worst map for me, which was Brazil. But secondly, I hosted the TM Awards that weekend and still had to do a lot. In May I might actually participate in some of the maps, but when I don't qualify Div 1, the question is of course, is it really worth it? I'd like to play Div 2, or should I just rather watch? There we go, PB. But I didn't really make that many positions, interestingly. So does anyone know the fast strats? Is there anything different that you can do, or is it just very close and you need to get it perfect? Like what players are on the top? I don't think that any one of those is a streamer. This has a chance here. Oh, not actually behind. Yeah, I really felt that the soup was missing. Just wanted to have the confirmation about that. Focus is getting less now. Okay, last few attempts. Also had potential. 1200s. I mean, what else can you do than just sitting this? I mean, in my PB I had a decent. I would think the rest is then just luck from the soup that you can get. Ah, Hachi! Huh. I had my eyes closed in that crash. I had to steal too much there, I think. That's a bit stuck. I think that will end there. Oh, okay. So, these are my positions. The first two maps, pretty good, especially the second map. Otherwise, top 100, still not safe for the whole week as well. Because this could still go towards 100, and then I would only have one single map in the top 100. And others somewhat close, but not exactly in. But maybe I will drive something again. Yeah, maybe let's also discover the new weekly grand. On the map from last week, I got 29th. That was a pretty simple map. And now is a new track, map 13. By Sami. Yeah, I saw that he was actually building a map in stream. Like, I think I rated him once, and he was just doing exactly that. He was just doing some validation ghosts. I remember that. Okay, that ghost is literally just faster. Dude, where are these ghosts jumping? Thanks for slowing me down, that was actually nice. night, Helsinki. This part is strange. Would be interesting to build a map as well for this. Oh, come Sami, why do you wiggle around like that? That's annoying. But push from the one to the other. But I hit both. That's also cool now. I have more speed than them, I'm overtaking them, but they make the jump and I don't. Second place was fighting really hard to keep his place. That was close. What a transition. That was only lap 7. I thought we were much further here. A lot further. One more lap. It counted as a touch, but I didn't get a big slowdown. Interesting. I wonder what the screen timer on the bottom is going against. Here we go. What is this PB on the right side, guys? 13 seconds? Huh? That's strange. Did it ever show something there on the other maps? I never looked at it, I believe. Ach so, it is 10:13 my time. Look at this. That's actually a long map then. Oh wow. Many people have played that because it's a Sami map, I assume. That's crazy, I'm so far behind. I mean, are there any tricksters? I would do some things different now, that's for sure. Mainly I wanted to know what is actually happening here. Nah, what I did was correct. Okay, I'm gonna watch the world record and then I try to improve. I want to see his lines. In the first lap attack, he just overchops this guy. Because all these transitions here didn't really hit that well. Ah, okay. Yeah, that is already something, and when you do that every single lap, it's of course huge. That makes sense. Oh, and that makes even more sense. Wow. Yeah, also there had to be something with me being 1.5 minutes behind, because I was pretty clean. Ach, okay. Yeah, some people probably also spectated Sami building this and saw what his intention was in some of the parts. I see. Okay, that should be enough. Now I try to improve. That's the knowledge that I have now. Well, he was doing something in the start already, as I noticed. Because that was not good. That was even worse. Whoa! That's actually pretty tight. What the heck? Dude, how diagonal was he? I did not think that he would be then so far left and still hit me. Oh, stupid, eh? Oh, I thought I will go against the sign, but I didn't. But this here's not so great. Okay. This is the run now. I thought. The aiming, it's of course a quite blind jump. There is this one mountain that I'm looking at because you jump exactly straight over it. Wow. Getting that in 10 rounds, never failing it. And it seems like when you're slightly left or slightly right, it looks as if you could survive, but you actually never do survive with the bumps then. Now this 9 more times. Oh, I completely forgot about this here. Now this 9 more times. I mean, this is already a lot slower. Bad to be on the left side of the course. not clean yet. That's pretty poor. Nine. Oh, of course. I overjumped. Indeed. Lap 10 of 10, of course. Where that happens. I have to do one more attempt. two big crashes in that section. Now I should be overall, however, faster in some parts. So fast now. As it's not just about surviving that section, it's just incredibly important to have it fast. Looking at this. Exit speed is just so crucial. Saved. Do I want to continue this? Let's go full risk. Yeah, they will go for it. It's not that difficult. It's just that I just learn it and I still struggle a bit, but it's consistent. Almost a 6 save, but we have to restart. That ghost was so in the way. Also, the thing is that this ghost was extremely slow. Like, if it had a bit normal speed like the other ghosts, no, it would have easily worked to wait. I wanted to wait behind that ghost. But in this ghost it was not possible, it was just so slow. I almost could have made it ahead of the ghost. Yep, this is the run. A nice penalty skip. Woo! Oh, I'm a second behind. This will rapidly change now. Ach Mensch. Okay, because this was good, I would continue. Otherwise I would have restarted again. This is the slow post that I was dying at, right? Give us a chance. So really not a great start again, but now the run is getting better. Man, I'm not lucky with this. Whenever the speed is missing a slight bit, I'm always getting such a bad two-wheeler that I lose all the speed. But again, I got this now good, so I can continue again. But of course it is a time loss of like 3-4 seconds. It's not optimal. And these laps are actually the best laps, we have barely any cars here. I cannot. What's this? Nein. Oh mein Gott. Again, a very speedy map. Every time you lose momentum, it hurts a lot. Because there's such a long full speed section everywhere. So this run is also not great. I could have aborted it multiple times already. Nothing in the way here, that's cool. And I used it with good speed. Hmm? Oh shit. I mean, let's finish this unless I completely die. I just bugged when I said the word die. And again I have this two-wheeler. Oh, let's not finish then. Did a good job making a map, very good. Yeah, nice one. And this here is checkpoint 2, right? But what cave? Here's the edge of the map. Yeah. Go over the side. I mean, how this looks like from here? This? Okay, anyway, let's get a run now. The last one sucked anyway, so it's not a big loss. Yeah, that's not good enough. It's just about keeping the speed, never having any problem with making this jump or with a ghost being in the way at the jump. And always get this here good in the start. It's just crucial. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, okay. Hello. Will Sami also hunt his own map? That's Ghost. Like when you have... there was just no line. These ghosts in this lap, they were exactly at the wrong part in the wrong moment. Nothing you can do. Like there are still certain moments where it's like impossible. Cut out is the next one. Yeah, it just did cost so much time now, this lap. I lost 7 seconds. Aye. So hitting a ghost here is really bad. So that you cannot do the cut. But yeah, around these laps now, there are ghosts that actually keep grip. It's the only ghosts that do that. And then this one, yeah, that cannot decide. I don't remember. Oh my god. Scheiße. Na, wie bist du? I'm not happy with this run. It lost too much time too early. The start was of course great in that run, but then it switched. Lap 1, success. Now lap 2. That was not optimal, but it still works. Not! This ghost had to jump. Like I had to decide if I jump left or right of this ghost, and I thought left would work. But this ghost jumped as left as possible. Like there was just no space in between the mountain and the ghost. That was a bad start. Yeah, that's so good. What is this? What was that landing? And yeah, this is the weekly grind, yeah. To see the older message. Oof. To the right, to the right. Nah. I was faster this time. Usually my jump would have worked. And I'm a bit slower, but now that I was so fast, I definitely had to try to get to the left of that car. Oh, this was bad. Okay, I guess I'm also tired. I have to finish a run now. And whatever I get. Surely it will be something good. It's interesting how it switches the position during that cut. It switches the position on my car before I hit the checkpoint. Like, how does that work in this game? Like, it does know that I overtook the other ghosts somehow without that I touched the checkpoint. Nine. This cannot be the final one like this. The ghost was further left than I expected. And made this a bit tighter. Okay, then this is it. This will be the one. Surely. Has to be. This goes to the left now. Which is of course also better. was so close. It is always lap 4 where the ghosts are mega slow in that section. And seemingly I always have the pace to have one ghost next to me in that moment. It's super annoying. It's always lap 4 and I always hit the ghost at the wrong timing. That ghost was also then in the way. It's barely survived it, but of course with a time loss as well, but not a big one. Now at least have nothing in the way here, because now we will meet the ghosts that will actually keep grip and could be in the way. Okay, good that I could overtake this one ghost still. Here I also have a bit of space, that's good. I have no idea why I didn't have the speed. Oh, I was afraid of that one. Ah! 2.5 lost to my PB lap. I guess it's the PB lap of all my runs that it compares to. But yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I lost time or speed, and only because of that I was not able to overtake the ghost, and that had as a consequence that I could not go for the cut. And now this ghost was sadly also fully in the way. I had to jump further to the right, and that meant that I go over a lot of penalty after landing. But much better than if I hit that ghost, obviously. But also 2 seconds behind my PB. And I got a land bug, no. Why can you get land bug there? It's not the first one. Space here. I see, this one here is okay. It started well. And then several like mediocre rounds or laps, but at least not fully died. This one is also 3 seconds, but it was because of the land bug, mainly. But of course it all sums up. I'll be on the last lap. Eighth place. Okay. Ay.